So I watched this Subriel Matias versus Jeremias Ponce fight over the weekend. This was top of the bill on the PBC show in Minneapolis. Some of you may remember that Ponce stopped Lewis Ritson a couple years back, but he ended up getting stopped himself here in 5 rounds. Well, more accurately, he actually quit on his stool after 5 rounds. He refused to answer the bell for the 6th. But he came out early on swinging for the hills, Ponce. He swarmed all over Matias. Matias just tucked up, blocked, slipped a little bit, but mostly blocked Ponce's shots. And then when he decided to open up, he did serious damage. This was a fighter whose body is designed for power and speed, and that being Matias, going up against an opponent whose body is built for stamina and endurance, and that is Ponce. Because Ponce was throwing way more punches than Matias, but Matias's punches were so much faster, so much more powerful and explosive, so he didn't have to throw as many punches. And to be honest, I don't think he could throw as many punches. Again, this is why I say there's a difference in the body types of each guy. So you've got Matias, who's, I guess we can compare him to a sprinter. Sprinters have different body types typically to marathon runners, right? Sprinters tend to be a lot more muscular and so on. They're built for power and explosive speed. They've got all those fast twitch muscles. Whereas a distance runner, a marathon runner, different muscle composition, less muscle mass. Even the skeletal structure tends to be different with distance runners. So you see that in boxing a lot of the time, because sometimes fans and even pundits won't understand why some fighters don't do certain things in the ring or don't do certain things a lot. They'll see a guy who's clearly built for power and speed, and they'll wonder why he's not throwing 100 punches around. Oh, he needs to throw more punches. Okay, maybe he can't throw more punches. Maybe if he throws more punches, he's going to gas himself out. It's like taking a typical sprinter and trying to get them to do a marathon. They're not going to be able to keep up with those marathon guys. Yeah, same way the marathon guy is not going to be able to keep up with a sprinter on 100 meters or 200 meters. They're built for different things. So it's not just a matter of teaching a guy to throw more punches or working on his stamina. No, due to your body type, you're only going to be able to do so much. Yeah, you're going to be limited. You're going to be constrained to fight in a particular way due to your body type. Or at least you're going to be most effective fighting with a style that complements your body type. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, Matias fights the way that his body type dictates, in explosive bursts. He's not a volume guy. He tucks up nice and tight, waits for his opportunity. Once he started opening up, you could see the writing was on the wall. His shots were so much harder. And the key here is Ponce wasn't able to put a dent in him. Matias was able to put a dent in Ponce. Ponce just couldn't get past that very tight guard that Matias had, very effective guard. And he showed, well, I was going to say he showed Lewis Ritson how it's done, but Lewis Ritson is a fighter more like Ponce, as in he's not really built for speed and explosiveness. Yeah, Lewis Ritson's known to have a bit of power, but he's more similar stylistically and even physically to Ponce than he is to Matias. He doesn't have that explosive power and the fast, powerful shots that can come out of nowhere. That's not Lewis Ritson's game. So that really suited, I think, Ponce, because he was just better at doing the stuff that Ritson does. Whereas Matias is a completely different type of fighter. So yeah, it was a decent little scrap while it lasted, but Matias managed to take it. If you saw the fight, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. Are you sick and tired of the mainstream mindset? Does the dogmatic conformity and pathological ignorance have you tearing your hair out in frustration? Then don't be alone. Come and join our brotherhood on Patreon. We stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. You'll gain access to my weekly topical podcast, where we take more deep dives than Jacques Cousteau on an endless variety of subjects. There's also videos, interviews, live Q&As, as well as a vast back catalogue of previous episodes, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen via the Patreon app or download in high-quality MP3. Connect with myself and hundreds of other members in our Element chat group. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a Mickey D's McMuffin. Just head to my Patreon page via the link below this video and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. I'll see you over there.